Now, I heard somebody, they were asking some phenomenal questions today during the press conference. And I got to tell you, okay, Detroit Lions, you guys are $1 billion organization. Can you get some mics that can be passed around, please? I don't understand. And get Dan Campbell some tissue. Had a man blow his nose up there sniffing like a little kid. Come on, Dan. Come on, MCDC. Blow your nose, bro. That stuff irritates me. Sniffing on camera, all that other stuff. But somebody came with the heat today. They came with the heat for Dan Campbell. And I think these coaches need heat. They need to be under pressure. They need to be asked the tough questions. Sometimes I think if I ever made it to the, like a media pass, credentialed, and I'm there, I'm a fan, right? That's who I am first. And I want to ask fan questions, like what we want to know. I think sometimes they wouldn't want me to ask any questions. They'd be like, okay, Syndicate Sports, you can't ask any questions, right? But somebody asked Dan Campbell, one of the media people, said, like, how's Sheila feeling? How is Sheila Hamp feeling about what's going on? And in other words, they're saying, hey, are you, is the seat turning up? Okay? And this is what Dan Campbell said. Said, I told her everything that I saw. Things that we needed to be better at offensively, defensively, special teams, myself, and moving forward practice. So really everything that I've looked at our team and I felt like we needed to get better at. I shared all those thoughts with her and where we were going moving forward. That is, so she's been informed. When asked about the owner's level of concern regarding the state of the team, this is what Dan Campbell had to say, that Sheila was frustrated, quotation marks. I would say, yeah. I would say she understands. She's very supportive, but she's frustrated. Now, remember, frustrated, fed up, I've had enough, Sheila Hamp, right? Hands to the head, Thanksgiving Day 2020. And at that moment, Matt Patricia's fate was sealed, right? It was sealed. So keep that in mind. Campbell said, and she should be. We all believe we should be better than where we're at, but I do know that she's all in, and I know that she believes in what Brad and I are doing. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. So it seems like they've had a conversation, and as of this moment, Sheila has not seen enough. She's not had enough. We've had conversations about whether Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes' job was safe at all. I honestly believe that in that conversation, you think Dan Campbell is going to tell us what she said? You think Dan Campbell, and if you are supportive of your coach, you're not going to say, hey, you got till next year. If we're right here next year, you gone. We're not going to put that type of pressure on him. Now, at the beginning of the season, Sheila Hamp, and this is one of the things that made me build respect for her. All I've been hearing the last couple of weeks is how the Fords need to sell the team, right? And I've been saying since Sheila had to win me over. She had to win me over from what her dad did and her mom did, right? Her mom did better than her dad. Her dad was the worst. But Sheila, when she came in, I was already a little hesitant in what she was going to do, how she was going to make things work. But when she came out with that open letter to fans, I scoffed at it, literally. I had a channel, my other channel, and I was like, this is nonsense. She's not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Open letter to fans. We got to be competitive. This was at the end of the 2019 season. Before COVID got here, we got to be competitive. I expect this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. What happens? 9 months later, Matt Patricia gets fired mid-season at something the Lions haven't done since Steve Mariucci. And a lot of people didn't think it was going to be done. But something told me when Matt Patricia had his interview and he began by thanking his wife, he knew he was done. He looked like a man defeated. So Sheila Hamp Ford says that she's frustrated, but she still believes in what they're doing. And I wonder how long is that belief going to be around before that frustration turns into disbelief. Where, hey, these guys are not it. Dan Campbell continues to say, I think that in some regards, they understand the hard times and what we have to do to get through them and stay the course. Go back to work, and there again. I said it last week, but we've got to be better today than Dallas is today. That's really where it starts. Everything, the urgency, the focus, the intensity. That's where we have to really win is during the week. That's why I mentioned that we're going to get back to some of the things we were doing in camp because those things have been good for us. But the team's good. The guys are back. The energy's good. We just finished our walkthrough, and the guys are in it. That's talking to the reporters, right? So, Sheila being frustrated, what level of frustration do you think that really is? I think based on that, they still have her support. But I think just like us fans, in year 3, it's going to be a little shaky. It's going to be a little shaky. So that's my opinion. Nick says 9 months too late about Matt Patricia. She will do something if we have the same record next year. Durham says if we finish 4 wins or lower, there might be a possibility she gives up on Dan. Wow. So, Durham, you're saying Dan is shown the door, but Brad sticks around. Is that because he's not Brad's guy? Very similar to Patricia Quinn 2.0. But see, that's the thing. Once you bring in your guy, you are tied to that guy. So, man, that's going to be tough. Nick says 4 out of 10 on the frustration scale. Okay. 4 out of 10. That's not a bad. So that's almost halfway. All right. So, okay, Nick, if we are in the exact same spot a year from now, where do you think that Sheila will be?